Hi guys, welcome back to Navya's Bookish Odyssey. And today we're going to be discussing our February read. Considering February is the month of love and we have Valentine's Day in the same month, I decided to pick Isha, who is our resident romance book expert. And the book we picked up was It's All in the Planets by Preeti Shenoy. And today we're going to be discussing on the many aspects of this Indian romance book.
Okay. First thing that I want to ask is, okay, February romance, love. No. So I was very confused when you asked me. Karanam, I don't know. I have read a lot of romance book, but when someone asked me, okay, the romance Aditya Vaikya, literally there is no one book that you can pinpoint and show. But I started believing in romance through Preeti Shenoy's book, like all the 16, 17 years romance, craziness. I started believing in love through her books. But I thought maybe I should recommend one of her books, which is also for simple and easy to read. Atra big book alla. And so one book that came into my mind is It's All in the Planets. Then, okay, the next thing I want to ask is, so when I showed you this book, so what was your expectation? Okay, this is a very typical romance thing. Just let me know what was your typical explanation, or will this be really easy to understand or grasp or whatever?
So I have not read a modern Indian book in a long time. I think the last time I read something was, I did read the initial Chetan Bhagats, and the last Chetan Bhagat I read was Revolution 2020 when that came out. I think we were still in school then. And then the last book I remember reading from an Indian romance genre is I I'm so sorry, I forgot the author's name. But the book is it all started with a friend request. Yeah. So yeah, I don't remember his name. So I that book was given to me as a birthday gift by a friend, and it was given because our friendship also started through a friend request back then. So, but then the book title was very relevant, but the story was definitely not relevant. Characters were so not relevant as well. So that is, I guess, 2013, 2014, around that time. So now it's been like 10 years easily after that, and I haven't picked up any Indian romances in a long time. And romance for me is very old school, very like classic Jane Austen romance. I am a huge Jane Austen fan. So for me, I do love the romance genre, but I also like don't go into it very often because it's not like a go-to genre for me. It's not. That's not something I pick up for like popcorn reads or generally something I gravitate towards. Um, but I had like come to realize that I do pick up on the romance in a lot of literary fiction that I read or a lot of classics that I read. I do enjoy that aspect of it. So I'd never read a Preeti Shenoy before. So it was a little interesting for me. I just recently gotten to know that she did study in Kochi. So one of the seminars I attended had a speaker who used to be a teacher. So I've just like recently known of her existence because I've not like checked out Indian romance books or Indian books in general. So it was I was excited to read from an author I've never tried, but I was also very scared because the Indian romances I'd read before had not been appealing for me. It is not something I could relate to it. So I was very like, okay, am I going to be? Yeah, that's it. I was like, okay, I can't just the few examples out there of very popular Indian romances have been, for me, a little scarring because I found it too far from reality in the sense that I didn't enjoy the characters. If they were okay in the book, but if they were ever there in real life, I would have ran in the opposite direction. And I'm not someone who romanticizes that sort of behavior even in books. I find it very difficult to deal with. So I was very scared. But at the same time, I was like, yeah, I have got to try it because the whole point of Navya's bookish odyssey was for me to try new genres I would have otherwise never picked. So I went into it with very like cautionary thinking, like, okay, do not like keep your expectations on like, oh, this has got to be the best literature piece ever. But I had a lot of people, even from the book club, who had told me it's a very simple read. You will be able to like go through it very soon. So even if it's not your cup of tea, it won't be dreadful because it's not like 1,000 pages or something. You can like go through it at least very fast and enjoy. So I picked up the audible version of it. I did the audiobook of it. But then I kind of had a couple of free days in the initial few days of the month, so I was able to like finish it up in a couple of days very quickly. So I could continue the story without it getting meddled with some other book. As yeah, it was continuously a read of that book. So I think a couple of days at the very beginning of February is when I read it. So I was done with it before Valentine's Day was done. So yeah, I think that's it. So I went into it with very, I don't know, like walking on eggshells. I went into it. That is how I went into it.
So, okay, another thing I want to ask is, let's say you met a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old. Would you recommend such these kind of the modern, romance literature or books written by, all these authors to young people? Would you recommend, okay, if they want to discover love, understand get a small glimpse of love, do you think, would you recommend these books, or would you have some other preference of a book to show this is actually love?
Um, okay, so in reply to that, okay, so the biggest positive of this book was the fact that it's very simple language. It is pretty much written the way we talk every day, and the setting of the novel is in South India, so it is like more relevant for us to understand. Yeah,
At least the
human,
environment and the beliefs
yeah,
and all.
the mindset of the people who come from similar communities as us. You don't need too much of an introduction to understand the culture because you come from that culture. So that was a good part. So I would say this book would sit well with readers who are just beginning their journey into reading.
Okay.
However, with romance, unfortunately, I don't think I would recommend this book, especially because for me, I feel like people who are 15, 16, 17, they're people who are just forming their initial ideas of what love looks like, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable, what can be considered uh, lovingly possessive, and what can be considered a little toxically possessive. They
Okay.
still don't have a clear idea on, I mean, they have their ideas, but they're still like
They
forming
need to
on it.
process.
Yeah,
There's so much to
yeah,
learn.
yeah. And at that time, whatever you introduce etches in their mind a lot stronger. So I feel like as an older adult at this point, I can read books which have an element of pretty toxic behavior at some times, and um, I can easily differentiate that as, well, it won't work out for me, but I do know people like this exist. Instead of idealizing something like that. So, if there are behaviors which are um, unacceptable in real love in everyday life, and if there are bits and pieces of that uh, thrown into books at a very normal tone, I think at 15, 16, 17, you might not be able to discern as to what are the acceptable parts of it and what are.
It's like it's giving you a confused, like it's a confused output. Like you are being you're searching for an answer, but you're not getting the answer out of the
Yeah.
book. It's like, okay, some things are like this, some things are like that. What are you supposed to do? Should we go with this flow? So, yeah, but then you might understand what I think. What I understood it, I got an aspect of life. So life can even look like this. It's not fairy all the time. There are people who can judge you in a very different way, and the situations, it's not always rosy and all. So since I understand love through all these scenarios, and then even though my expectations are very high, and then I compare it to my reality, even though they too are different, but then books have a certain flow of going. So it's on grasping the best, and leaving out parts of the things you don't want to take into your life. So, that's the main. So when I was discussing with you over chat, that is what I
Yeah, yeah,
understood, because I from before that I was only thinking through one a point of view, that was my point of view. Okay, it's fine. It gives an idea. Whatever she did was right and all. I was only thinking through that point. But then when you were giving me a controversy on it, you were right in certain aspects. So it is good that you judge the book in the good side and the bad side, so you know what exactly you have to say or deliver. So something like that.
For me, I think that is what I was telling when it comes to like young adults reading it, because we can still sit and judge on what is right and what is wrong. Like എത്രത്തോളം എടുക്കാം എത്രത്തോളം എടുക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല, to what extent certain things can go. But when you give this confused idea of romance, where it's like the person that loves you the most is also not treating you right enough. So if someone gets an idea of this being an acceptable thing, or I actually found most of the characters pretty shallow. So I don't have that expectation, because the book is not, the characters are not 15, 16. They're 27 and 32, if I'm not
25
wrong.
plus moves.
Yeah. So I am expecting them to think the way at least how we think, because we are around the same age now. We're all like nearing our 30s now. So I expect more maturity out of them at that age. So I expect that from the characters, even if it is the audience is younger. I think you have to be more careful when you're writing for younger
Okay.
audience,
Yeah.
because maybe someone might have been quite shallow in their
It's
teenage
as
years.
if the characters are, a little, they are acting 15 or 17, and
Exactly.
then
Yeah, yeah.
when someone that age is reading, it's that's not the high lifting.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not what
The
it's
ideal
supposed.
thing to look
Yeah,
for. Yeah,
I agree to that.
yeah,
We are supposed to, even though we are kiddish in all
yeah,
years,
yeah,
but I think as we grow older, our definition of whatever, even love, should ripe or change accordingly. So that's one thing. But then the another thing was, see, since the title, it's all in the planets. So did you think there will be some kind of astrological thing, planets, and so were you expecting that? Like,
yeah. Yeah, I was expecting that, because also, again, coming back to the Indian context of it, we very easily believe in, like, star-crossed lovers,
yeah,
and like it's literally written in the planets.
destiny.
Yeah, we do. Even if you're not someone who practices Hinduism, we grew up around a culture where we generally use those terms.
It's
When
built in a culture that we just sometimes blindly or not, or sometimes knowingly take up, but it's a personal thing.
yeah, yeah.
But then so one reason why I picked up this book is it's like I like planets and stars, not using planets and stars to describe your future. I love, like, universe, the planets and stars as a whole. So that was something, attracting me to pick the book up. But obviously, there was a talk on astrology. There's a
Yeah,
woman
yeah.
coming in, and But when I was reading, I was like inclining to the, oh, maybe she's right. She has the right
Insight.
way of, maybe she knows how to predict our future or anything of that sort. Because when I was reading, I was thinking, okay, maybe people like all these people, they might actually know what's gonna happen in our life. But I'll be in the bring point. They might know, they might not
Might not.
know,
Yeah.
but then it should be my way to understand if it's right or if it's not right, or if I have the power to maybe rewrite it again. So it can be a warning. It can save yourself if it's something negative coming, but it's more of a personal thing. But the thing was that I got deeply into the astrology stuff. I thought I was taking a different turn. It was actually making me believe all these things were Satyam. So yeah, but I don't know. But it's a judgy thing. It's still so
I feel
something.
like it is an easy way to bring the story forward. Like
Yeah,
to
maybe she was trying to end the story. I don't know.
yeah.
But then, there should be something.
Yeah, it's like a
But
hook that in the book for you to like, okay, what will happen next? Okay, whatever's written in the
astrology.
astrology thing. Yeah. So that was
But
definitely
then
there.
that, so that's what that was something very different from all the normal book. I think it's like meeting dates. Then something that comes. It's usually a trend line. But then it, it was an okay read for me. I picked up the book after a very long time also because for a time I was disconnecting with romance. I wanted to take non-fiction. Then after a point, I thought maybe I should go back, take the book because I want to feel 16 again. So I don't think I felt 16 again, but then it was a good read. It
Yeah.
was a memorable read, and I was happy recommending it to you. And you giving me all the, okay, ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പ്രശ്നങ്ങളുണ്ട് ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ കുഴപ്പമില്ല. Then I started thinking, okay, maybe you need to diversify and think on that. So that's it.
I think for me, one of the things that we did discuss about and was a bit of a problem for me while going through the book was, as I said, the shallowness of the character, which comes up the most when most of the characters behave very fat phobic in the scenario. Which, I mean, the book came out in 2016 or something, but I think even we were quite aware of these things not being okay anymore. There was enough talk about body positivity at that time, and the author is not a very young person at that point.
Wise enough to
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, she's at least 35 plus at that point. So for me to look at each of these characters and certain
Yeah, at a point you felt as if this is a little too much. I know this is wrong,
yeah,
but then what if we are in that state and we have been okay, in there is a way of communicating. ഇത് നല്ല രീതി ചെയ്യുക അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ചീത്ത രീതിയിൽ ആണ്. But then yeah, but certain times we were also feeling down because the character was being a little. No, it was the way it was communicated was not the right way,
right way.
but it's fine. Certain things goes like that.
Yeah, like we all have our preferences when it comes to physical appearances of what we look for in a beau, for sure. But then when it's in a book, and I think one of the like the more difficult parts for me was there's this point where there's a diet that's suggested for the main character,
Okay.
which is almost starvation. So I was like, if you think this is normal, I think this is a very bad example to put forth to, because I do know like there are plenty of kids who are like young and who think getting like
If you want, maybe they might be thinking if you want to, get,
lose weight. Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to lose weight to
yeah,
get popular in social
yeah.
media, or you are presentable in social
Yeah.
media only because you look certain
Certain
way.
way. Yeah.
So yeah, that might
Yeah.
give
So
you.
following that as a diet seemed very risky to
Huh.
put out there, because then I didn't want to just judge it like that, so I did like list it down, and then I did ask other people like, do you think this is like an okay diet? Because also it's like a very drastic diet
Change.
that's put on the person.
Okay.
It's not a very gradual diet, and it's a very insufficient diet. It's like there's like no protein, no like you might really starve on a diet like that. So I felt like since she's already an established author, she could have done a bit more research on what she's writing on, because she's
Certain
yeah,
areas.
certain aspects, because for sure she's a person who's got that influence. Like people do read her books. She's not a debut writer. She's someone who's written a lot of bestsellers. So her books have that influence. So I feel like it should have been a little more responsible when it comes to that. And the other thing was again like something we discussed about, which was stereotyping of conventionally pretty girls is just vain in every way possible. I have definitely met girls like that as well, but then the way that character is shown as a negative character and as the main character has to move
Huh.
on from it was just like
I
such
didn't see the
convenience death.
positive side of her.
Yeah,
I can't remember the positive side of
yeah,
apart that she's mean. Okay, she might be successful. She might be. Maybe there are two people who are in different environment, and instead of twisting on astrology and making her the villain, and he's gonna kill
yeah,
blaming every planet because of this.
yeah,
Um, okay, that is when you take it on a scientific note, it's questionable.
yeah.
But then on a fictionary note is fine. It's kind of
Yeah.
fine.
For me, I would have like preferred the writing to have taken a more
Realistic.
interesting twist, because this is the easiest thing to do. It's like Game of Thrones. Kill off the character so that it's out of the way, so the next thing can happen. Because it's very evident from the very beginning that where
Someone
the
is
story is going, but it could have gone in a
twisty or maybe
little more interesting way than just like, okay, she's in the middle of the way for two people to come together, kill her off, kill her off. I think even if she gets a transfer, it would have been better. Or towards the end, after she's dead, they realize that she was cheating on him. At least if that didn't come out, and it could have ended the
he
story
could have
there also.
actually realized
Exactly.
he's not
You don't have to kill off the girl to do something like that. So yeah, but since we didn't discuss the main plot line of the story, so basically it's about two individuals who meet on a train journey, sorry, and they both have their own partners, and it's revealed that both their partners are not, um,
they
ideal
are
or
in
the
a
right
phase
people
where
to
they
be
are
with.
trying to,
Make it work
make
when
it
it's
work,
really
and
not
it's a lot
working.
of questionable things
Yeah.
happening in and around.
And you can see from the very beginning that these two people are on a journey that probably end together. It is not a big spoiler to say that. But the way they take that journey is through the understandings of what is going right, what is going wrong in their individual relationships as well. And as time goes on, they realize that the situation they are in is not really ideal for them, or what they have dreamt for, or what love is. And they finally end up
So
together.
it was more like a therapy session turned into astrology, something like that. And the term even though relationship coach is kind of a very common term,
Yeah.
but then when you, I have never appointed a friend as a relationship
Yeah, yeah.
coach
And he says he'll
before.
pay her also. I'm like, how much are you going to pay this person?
I'll be a relationship
Yeah, like I
coach.
can do this for you. I can totally do this. You want me to be a wing woman? I can be. Pay me. Just pay me for it. Uh, and she takes. So the funniest thing is she takes it up like, oh, I will be your relationship coach, but she is in a terrible relationship herself, and she's engaged to a guy, and you don't get engaged without having an idea of what you want life to look like. She's like 32 or something at that point. And when she realizes that her fiance wants to leave the country for a job in the US because they all work in IT, she's so shocked. And they've been like engaged for like a year. I'm like, how have you never discussed this if you've been engaged for a year? You should know if you want to leave the country or not, and if your husband wants to leave
That's
the
a big,
country or not.
big thing.
It's a big, and at 30 plus, I think you should discuss these things. Like you're not very young to like not think about love will take me wherever. Because she's very clear that she wants, like she's a pottery artist. She loves what she does. She's a content writer. She's very clear on what she wants from her life. But somehow she forgot to like have that discussion with her fiance. So again, even when it comes to the main two characters coming
So
together,
yeah, coming to the point of why they're not acting their age is still
yeah,
coming.
and like you never see her discussing this exact same problem with her, like the final guy she ends up with. Even then you don't see them I mean, tomorrow he might want to go to US, then what will she do? They don't have the discussion of like, oh, I want to be like here. So I was like, okay, please at least now discuss, do you want to live in the country or do you not want to live in the country? Because it's a very, like, even in our Indian context, when we discuss about arranged marriages and all, this is something you very clearly think of from the very beginning. Do you want to live in the country or not? Because migration is very common in our country, especially among IT professionals, software professionals. It's very common. So the fact that like zero thought, even while getting engaged,
I'm getting
zero
married
thought.
by it. There's
Yeah,
discussion in
you want to leave? Ah, okay, let's leave. And there is a mention of physical abuse a bit, and so in the relationship of the lead female character, her problem is that her fiance is a little inconsiderate and physically abusive without realizing that what he is doing could be considered physically abusive. He just thinks it's
like
just
scary at
impulse.
times
Yeah.
because
And he just calls it impulse. With the guy's relationship, the problem is majorly that the girl does not find him physically attractive, asks him to work
these are
on those
common
aspects.
issues, but then at a certain point the intensity is so high
Yeah.
that's so difficult for us to take it into or just absorb into a system, because maybe a point that's like it's a little bit, the intensity is high, even I found it a little difficult to cover it up
Yeah.
and then move forward. But then yeah,
I couldn't see how in their previous relationship, like why were they in that relationship? Like I get that he was with a pretty girl, but like was there really love there or not? It was just a convenient relationship. With her and her fiance, I have no idea why they were together. Like there's absolutely no explanation to why she would be with a guy who is very inconsiderate to her passions and what she enjoys. So for you, what was the most beyond the astrology part, which is again like a very interesting thing. So each chapter has a note that
no,
comes with an
yeah,
astrological writing.
that was all pretty.
Yeah, like a daily horoscope sort of
Horoscope.
thing. So I feel like that's a nice way to drive the story forward. So that was interesting. So for you, other than the astrology part, what did you like the most about it?
So usually, I tend to I connect my real life situations with the books, and sometimes I mostly dump in my real life, and then I go to the books to get. I wish you give me some kind of knowledge, or you give me some kind of something to give me that impact that okay, I might be doing something wrong or anything. And it's one way to understand people. Okay, he's thinking this way, this is how it goes. What I like, I would say, overall it was an okay read. It was fast. I mean, I could just
Yeah.
quickly finish it off. And like you said, even though there was a little high intensive part, I did like how the story slowly unfolds. And what I like more, I'm more into organic connection. So like the book said, it was destiny's way of bringing two people together. It's something I look forward in my life also. There might be a reason why these two kind of met. They might that each had a purpose of reconnecting or shaping each other's life and turning into that. It's a train of a journey. So I think that is what I liked from the book. Okay, there might be a reason why you had to meet, and then you had to go through all this, and this is how the story winds. So uh, I would say I think sometimes all there in the planets, but sometimes it's not there in the planets. So yeah, it's a combination of both. So I just take some parts, understand, and it's what I it's what I like, the organic way of meeting people. So that's one element I like from
So
the
you
book.
like the meet cute of both of them
Yeah,
and
in
that
a way.
plan.
Okay, they're like the okay, but a reason on why you end up why they had to sit together on the same train, and why the conversation unfolds, and then how the story, the reason why, the purpose of meeting. So that is something very important I take in my life. So that is what I like.
So at the end, when the final pair comes together, did you have like a satisfied end to a story, or what did you feel when that happened?
സോ അത് നമ്മൾ വായിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇറ്റ്സ് കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് ക്ലിയർ ഓക്കെ ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ അൺഫോൾഡ് ചെയ്ത് വരുമെന്ന്. Well, I would say a little bit of satisfaction under, but the fact that someone had to die and the high intensity part of astrology was also it was a little hard for me to take in. കാരണം good thing happening and too bad. I think proportional ആയോന്ന് എനിക്ക് ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ട്. So okay, not everything equally എല്ലാം happy ending ആവില്ല. But then I had a doubt it was the right way of ഒരു happy ending, because not negative things should not bring a happy ending. It should be the very slow good things that actually should bring a happy ending. So I would say it's a 50-50 thing. I am happy that they were able to bring it together if it's good for them. But then the
Do you
other
think if
part,
she didn't die, they could have ended up together? Do you think that would have happened?
I'm not sure.
Because I didn't see them like getting
I
romantic until she
no,
died.
even I didn't feel them getting romantic either way. Even she's a very എന്താ പറയാ strong-hearted woman. She has her opinion. She knows. It's like oh, ഇവന് ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ആയല്ലോ ഇവൻ ഞാൻ നിന്റെ ലൈഫിലോട്ട് വരാം എന്ന രീതിയിൽ വന്ന്.
She mortgaged him right into that relationship.
സോ എനിക്ക് അതുപോലെ തോന്നി.
Yeah.
ബട്ട് ദെൻ probably she has a reason of why choosing him too. So
I think that
sometimes,
was a little sudden. Their romance was like
yeah,
so
yeah,
sudden.
it's like
Suddenly
closely.
they're together. Here you go.
Yeah.
ഞാൻ തന്നെ ലൈറ്റ് അടിക്കുന്നുണ്ടായിരുന്നു മുമ്പേ എന്നൊരു മെൻഷൻ like one line was like I did look that you were looking pretty that day. I noticed that. Yeah, I just felt like their romance was rushed.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Orimakil
Oh,
was like
yeah,
it took the entire
it was
season.
like, yeah,
And then
adundarno.
one paragraph they're together in the same apartment. Done. Finished. So yeah.
Yeah, but
I would have liked a little more romantic build up.
yeah, that was missing, and the rush was like probably meant to
Yeah.
wind it up, but then
So the horoscope part being intense is because the lady who does the horoscope says that, oh,
so the
this,
thing
this
is
is
that
so bad that
yeah,
someday someone is going to die. It's going to take someone's life.
the thing
That's
is
how
that
bad the
അത് end
relationship
up
is.
being, it was said പറഞ്ഞത് സത്യവുമായി, and then it's like maybe it can be, it's not, but then it's still scary in one point of view, like someone else predicting our future, നമുക്ക് തന്നെ മനസ്സിലാവുന്നില്ല, someone else doing all that, and you have no control of your life. As if you have to listen to
Yeah,
your
yeah,
own voice or someone else's voice. So that is also very conflicting for me. uh, and basically I don't have any knowledge to extremely conflicting it, this is wrong, this is right എന്ന് പറയാനായിട്ട്. So um, what the story tells, I'll take the good part, and then I'll leave, I'll take the story. Oh, yeah. So let's
I think yeah, we have discussed
done with the February
most
lead,
aspects of
so
it.
we'll catch up.
For a change, if you guys have any questions, please comment below. So we get to know what you're curious about in this book. The book is It's All in the Planets by Preeti Shenoy.
Shenoy.
And this has been the February read for Navya's Bookish Odyssey.
Bye.